All right.
Okay.
At the Easy Shorts. Easy Shorts. Doom. It should be quick.
Doom.
Doom. Wiki wiki.
I don't know what that is. It's a broken synth or something. I don't know. My bad.
Take two.
And we're back.
There goes my pillow.
That's a perfect segue
Into
our easy short.
about
Laughing, right? Laughter.
Yeah.
And the power of laughter.
the healing nature of laughter and joy.
Okay, so when was the last time you laughed so hard that like you couldn't breathe or your stomach hurt?
2 days ago, I took you over for your birthday.
Which part? Oh wait.
When we were taking simultaneous showers.
That was good. That was good. That was good. Okay, yeah.
I don't know what she was doing.
Okay. First
No,
of
I don't
all,
know what I was doing.
All you heard was crash, boom, splat, and the occasional, oh my God. And I was like,
The next morning, I was like, I don't think I left that shower thing in the best way ever.
No. You walked out and it was like, I looked behind you and I was like, wreckage.
Good thing we're amazing tippers.
Destruction. I was like, oh wow. Up to the next phrase. That was fun.
That was, I was laughing so hard in there that I honestly couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it together. It was making me like drop everything. And,
Yeah.
Because I was like trying to like be quick and efficient, and you were making me laugh.
Yeah.
And I knew that like everybody else could hear our stupid shower conversation.
Like stupid ass commentary.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my gosh, yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Also, we heard our friends outside.
No, they were all packed up and ready to go, and we were like, they're like, why are you showering? We were literally.
We dipped our toes in the pool.
Yeah.
And we were like, we gotta go shower.
We went to like a rooftop bar, and
it was freezing.
Got like 1/4 of ourselves wet. And
Not
we were
even.
like, shower time. Because we like to use every amenity. That's what it is.
Yes.
We're like, is there an amenity that we haven't utilized yet?
Yes. Yep.
Bring it.
And then we got in the shower and I was like, this is a fake ass shower. It was like soap, and then the next thing was like, save your tears. And I was like, where's the body wash? Like, where is the shaving cream?
Literally.
Where's the complimentary towel?
Yeah. So, there was no spin thing for our bathing suits.
Nothing. So anyway, yeah.
All of that made us laugh / cry.
Yes, I was literally laughing till I cried so much the other day. And, you know, this short is about like laughter and the healing effects of it. And I'll tell you that like the next few days after, I felt so good. And I think it's because I was laughing so much and just like, you know, along with laughter comes this like level of just like relinquishment and just being in the moment. And that's like so important as part of the human process, I think.
Yeah.
You know, which, yeah.
I think sometimes people are so serious.
Yeah.
You know, that like they forget to be silly.
Yeah.
And I, as everybody that watches this podcast for 5.5 seconds probably already knows, love to be silly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think it's just such an important part of life. Like, you know, like my mindset is like, we have one shot on this rock.
Yes.
Like, I'm not about to spend it giving myself wrinkles.
Right.
What?
Exactly. No.
I don't know, boo-boo.
No.
No, ma'am.
No. Laughter is so healing. And like, you know, I think, again, like I'm such a science geek. Like I always love to like understand why.
Come on and nerd out on some facts.
Right? So when we laugh, right, like certain chemicals get released into our bloodstream, one of which is serotonin, right, which we know as like the happy hormone, and is like the exact hormone that we try to produce with antidepressants to produce and or make sure that our body takes full advantage of, you know. And laughter is just one of those like natural things that we have built in to our wiring as humans. The fact that we can laugh, you know, is like a testament to how important it is, because it's so inherent into our wiring. Like, if you're gonna laugh, you're gonna laugh. And I think that's what I love the most about it, that it's like an involuntary thing that feels so natural, that just gives you that like rush, you know? Like, and I think anything like that we have built in to our systems are key for our survival, right? Like, they've lasted our evolutionary trajectory, right? Like, fish don't laugh, not that we know, right? Like, I like to think our dogs laugh, like, you know, when they're like really excited, but you know, laughter is like a distinctly human thing that, like, I feel like when we take full advantage of it, like, really can help to facilitate healing. Yeah.
Totally. And I think sometimes you have to think about ways that you're going to make yourself laugh, right? Like, you know, everybody goes through hard times or difficult things, or, you know, maybe you have a physical ailment or a mental ailment, or, you know, things are just tough, right?
Yeah.
And so just thinking about who you're around, what you're consuming, you know, these types of things in your environment, what you're listening to, all of these things like really make a difference, you know, and there's so much research about all of that. You know, if you're going through something physically, I mean, there are numerous studies and examples of people who have quite literally healed themselves by the power of positive thinking, by deciding that they're not going to read anything negative, they're not going to watch anything negative. Like, it's just going to be all positivity, fun, laughter, and you just can like basically infuse your body with serotonin and all of those good hormones, and you can just really change your life by doing that. And of course, like, when you're in the middle of something difficult, it's not always that easy, right? But it is like small swaps, right? Like, there's a person, 2 people in my life that every single night they watch Law and Order SVU. Great. I know everybody is a Law and Order SVU. Don't get at me about it. I'm just saying, I personally don't think
it's very serious.
We should like watch SVU every night before we go to sleep.
It's like, but there are some people, like the murder mystery, like the girlies that like to snuggle up and watch, and he was decapitated by 12 people, and like, they're like,
I'm just
with
like
their popcorn, and then they go to bed, and it's like, and they're like, fine the next day. But I feel that, like, I'm more of like a Schitt's Creek, The Office, Parks and Rec, anything that's gonna make
or
you
even
laugh.
some like old school throwbacks, like Friends, Everybody Loves Raymond, like just these like Martin. Oh my God, I could have watched episodes of Martin forever.
Oh my God,
like just you know, things that are just really like fun. Like, at the end of my day, I love to laugh and like not think about like all of the things that I've been working this brain on all day long. And like to fall asleep to, or the last thing that I watch is something that like made me laugh or
something that's funny. No, it's so important. It's so important, especially, you know, you think about like the opposite of laughing. You know, we live in a world today where like negativity is like sensationalized almost, right? Like, think about all of the news stories that we get, or all the notifications you get about the things that are happening around the world. And all of these little things take a toll on us, right? And they're all like bummers. Like, you know, like the news is never positive. You know, it's always like a bummer of a situation, you know, a small bummer or a big one. But it's like, you know, what is the the biggest thing that's going to pull at people's heartstrings and make them feel something, right? And so we live in a world, in a time and space where media is constantly infiltrating our space, and it takes a lot to be very intentional about, like you said, what we're consuming, right? And like how we're literally training our social media algorithms to give us the information and the content that's going to help us to feel good and not bad.
When people say to me, like, I can't even deal with Facebook today, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
And they're like, it's just so negative. I'm like, you need to start deleting the people. Like, wrong. You're following the wrong accounts. You're interfacing with the wrong people. Like, when I go on Facebook, it's like a bunch of funny people, plant videos, some mental health content, and like different drinks.
That might need to be an episode or something that we do, where we help people to curate the life that they want to experience, especially if you're like on social media a lot, which most of us are for personal or business reasons. You know, I think we take for granted the things that we consume and how they affect our mood and our thought process. You know, even like the songs we listen to. Right? Like, what are the lyrics? What are they saying? And how are you taking that in? And what is that doing to your brain chemistry, and therefore your perspective on the world, and therefore the actions you take, and therefore the emotions you experience? Like, it's all interconnected. So as much as we can like be intentional about engaging with things that are going to make us laugh and feel good, I think that can be like a major upgrade in life. Like, you can
totally follow at Easy Speak on air on all social medias to get your positivity and
to give you a little positivity boost. It's so important, you know. And I feel like we don't always think about it because everything is just so fast paced, but it's all interconnected. You know.
But I think we make so many goals in our lives, like professional goals and goals for our family and goals for our bank accounts and goals for our bodies, right? And sometimes we just miss out on the basics. Like, I have a goal to like laugh 10 times a day. Right? Like, if you think of even just the thought of like, I'm going to be working to try to make sure that I laugh 10 times a day. Like, think about how you would walk through your day differently if you were looking for 10 reasons to laugh.
Oh my God. And trust me, they're everywhere.
Oh, you'll find them.
People are funny. Circumstances are funny. Places are funny. Everything's funny if you want it to be funny.
Totally. Everything. Everything.
Literally, I've gone on like 6 Zoom meetings today where I'm like, she's funny.
I've
taken it's like a choice between like, I can't stand this
she's
person
funny.
Or from like to like that's really funny.
You're like off camera real quick. I gotta pull it together. Pull it together because everybody gets.
Did we just say we need to have a meeting about a document? That's funny. Like, that's really funny. So I'm gonna laugh about it. So, but like, you know, like, there's also like sarcastic laughing, which I also think is.
It's still laughing.
It's still laughing.
It's okay.
A little dark humor never hurt anybody.
No, totally.
But I agree.
It's so important, I think, to just have that mindset that, you know, setting up that goal for yourself. It's sort of like a happiness goal, but it's an attainable one, right? Because it's like, I'm going to be happy. Okay, well, that's hard, right? Like, what does that mean? But if you're like, I'm going to try and laugh 5 times a day or 3 times in the morning, 3 times in the afternoon, 3 times before bed or something like that.
Prescribing happiness. I'm going to start doing that. How much money do you think somebody would pay me to prescribe them happiness?
To just like take a piece of paper and draw a smiley face on it and be like, my bill's $250.
Listen, I've heard of psychiatrists literally prescribing time in nature, and I'm like
1,000%.
I'm like, I get the sentiment behind that. Also,
they're like, I'll meet you outside at the oak tree. And then you get outside to the oak tree, and they're like,
touch the oak tree. What? Tell me 6 words that come to mind.
There actually is science about hugging a tree.
Yes, and grounding and planting your feet on the ground.
That's true. But also, if you go and meet Dr. Alex at the oak tree, and when he gets out there, you get out there, he's just like, can you just sign against this tree, this check that you're going to pay me? Then that might not be exactly correct.
No. Speaking of trees and happiness. I heard
Money tree?
Money tree. I heard a quote, I forget who it was that I was following, it was some social media thing, but it was talking about like, kind of like what you said, like manifesting and positivity and happiness.
Sorry.
And
It's my safety security pillow.
it's like I'm inching
It's
away.
like I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm
It's like you don't need me.
I'm like, get over here, Daddy. Okay, good.
Spend like 10 minutes with us a day and you'll laugh like 600 times.
Go ahead. I'm going to be less focused on Daddy Pillow.
Whoa. What was I saying?
A social media thing.
Oh yeah. Because you mentioned trees and the power of hugging trees and happiness and all of that. And I just like took something really profound from it because it was talking about like alchemy and happiness and positivity and how like the energy that we consume drives the things that we do, like all the stuff that we've talked about. But it was saying like, you know, we should all strive to be like a tree. I think I said it to you and our friends the other day when we were out. Like a tree is always striving to reach for its higher self, right? And like always pushing against like the boundaries of what it is, right? That's literally the exact definition of why trees have rings, right? Because they push out and grow up. And I think that that's like a huge perspective shift that can help when we're trying to like take on this like understanding of like what is happiness and what does laughter mean and do I have to be happy in order to laugh? And you know, we're constantly chasing like that chicken or the egg, and it's like, you know, at the end of the day we have to do the things that are fueling us to grow into our highest self, and like laughter is inherently built into who we are as humans, and like it's a clear pathway to being able to do that. So
Totally.
yeah,
You got such a profound thing about the trees.
I know.
This is why I love you.
I was like,
Also, because when I was thinking about trees, when you were talking just now, I was
Yeah.
trying so hard
I think,
to focus on what you were saying.
why?
But what I was actually thinking was like back in 1986, there was this interview that like Dateline or somebody did with Michael Jackson at Neverland. And he was like,
He was in the tree.
he like climbed a tree and he was like, said to the reporter, like, come up.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he was
yeah.
like, no, and he goes, well, you don't like to climb trees? And that was all I could think about when you were just talking.
That man knew happiness on some level.
That was level, all right.
Hello?
Would you don't like to climb trees?
Yeah, hello? What, you're too old to climb a tree? Nobody's too old to climb a tree.
It was like that reporter Donald Samuelson or whatever his name was, that with the eyebrows. Remember that guy?
No,
He had the black eyebrows.
before my time.
They basically shut up, ho.
I thought you were gonna let that slide.
Never on camera.
I'm like, I don't know about that.
Anyways, laugh like us about stupid things and
Yes.
fun things and whatever things.
Life is just more fun that way. We're
It's
meant
just
to laugh.
better. Even when it's hard, just laugh.
All right, I think that's it.
This is a long short.
It's a long short.
Mark's gonna fade us out long before this.
Yes.
You should speed us up and fade us out.
We're like
They're still going on. They're still going.
dabbing my eyes, drinking.
It's easy short.